Hi, this is Dick. And before we get into this week's CleanCast, I'm excited to announce a new training program that we've developed for supervisors. It consists of 12 lessons, 6 DVDs, complete with exercises that help the learning process, and discussion questions at the end of each lesson to assist also in the learning process. I'll be leading each session, which help the participants better understand the subject matter rather than just watching a video. Companies can use it in a group session or a one-on-one session for that new supervisor that you just brought on board. Most sessions are about an hour, but each company has the flexibility to stop the DVD and interject anything from their company that they want to make sure that their supervisors are able to comprehend from what they want. As management, you can choose how long you want them to be, but most of them, if you just follow the format, it'll be about an hour. Now the good part. This 6 DVD, 12 lesson set will be available about March the 1st, and everyone will have an opportunity at that time to purchase it for the regular price of $239 for the 6 DVDs. But if you pre-order from our website at consultantsincleaning.com, you get a special introductory price of only $189. If you place the advance order, you'll get all 6 of the DVDs, all 12 lessons, me personally conducting the lessons, and that's about $15 a session. Even if you paid full price, it's about $20 a session. So I want you to order today, get the special pricing, because on March 1, the website will reflect to $239. Now, on to our CleanCast. Welcome to our CleanCast. Thanks for joining us today. Today I want to talk about the 8 things exceptional bosses constantly tell their employees. Now I'd like to tell you that I came up with these through millions of hours, and millions of dollars of research, but I didn't. I'm taking this information from an article that was in Inc. magazine quite some time ago, a few weeks ago. And so I thought it was so profound that I wanted to share it with you in this CleanCast. The 8 things that exceptional bosses constantly tell their employees. And I'm going to go through them by reading some of it, quoting, and I want you to see if you fit in here. Number 1, exceptional bosses tell their employees, I have total confidence in you. You know, there's nothing more discouraging than a boss who doesn't believe in a person's abilities and tries to micromanage them at every turn. You know, some people, I've worked with people who say, this is your responsibility, Pete, and then they, over their shoulder the whole time, say, well, wait a minute, you need to do it, this is the way I do it. This is the way. And so they have absolutely no confidence in them, or at least that's the way it appears. And so the person gets discouraged and say, why should I use my brain if he's going to come or she's going to come and micromanage me anyway. And my philosophy was always more like, here's what we want to accomplish, and I just want to make sure we get we need to accomplish it by Friday, and if you have need of me, I am here for you for a resource, but you go get it done. And that seemed to work very well for me. You know, Teddy Roosevelt, way back, now this is over 100 years ago, said the best leader is the one who has sense enough to pick good people to do what he wants done, and self-restraint enough to keep from meddling with them while they do it. You know, isn't that true? Pick good people to do the work and then get out of their way and let them do it. You know, you remember a week or so ago we talked about our trip to Hawaii, and if we look down our list, we can see many times that much on that list could be done better by everybody else anyway. And you remember me talking about Connellan's quote about there's no use doing well that you should not be doing at all. So anyway, number 2, this is what I want us to accomplish. CEO and president of Lockheed Martin, Marilyn Houston, found this to be the biggest key to her success. Great leaders motivate and inspire people with why they're doing it. What the purpose is. And she said that's the key. What they want to accomplish, what the purpose is of what they're doing, rather than just doling out, here, go do this. What am I doing? Just forget it. I'm telling you what to go do. So, what separates exceptional leaders from mediocre bosses, she says, is their ability to communicate their plans and tie the daily drudgery into the big picture goals. Number 3, what can we do better next time? You know, we need to accept the fact that we won't always be making the right decisions. I think you would agree with me on that. That we're going to screw up, and sometimes we're going to screw up royally. And, you know, Adriana Huffington said, understanding that failure is not the opposite of success, it's part of success. Think about that. Failure is not the opposite of success, it's part of success. And I guess, you know, one of the stories I've heard many times is Thomas Edison. You know, before the light bulb was invented by him, how many hundreds or thousands, I don't remember, of failures did he have? And each time he had one of those failures, he said, well, I'm one failure closer to success. This is something that won't work, so we know that won't work. Let's go on to the next thing, and we'll be successful. Number 4, I want to play to your strength. Warren Bennis, and I've read his stuff for a long time, a renowned author and scholarship, said that too many companies believe their people are interchangeable. Truly gifted people never are. They have unique talents. Such people cannot be forced into things that they do not want to do or are not suited to do. Effective leaders allow great people to do the work they were born to do. And we are terrible about this in our industry, in the BSC industry. We try to take people who are outstanding here, then we want to make them do something over here. They're not good at it, and many times we promote them to maybe a level of incompetence, and then they're mad at us and they're gone, and we lost somebody really good. I guess one of my best examples is I had a man work for me for over 20 years, about 25 years. And we were about 2 or 3 years into a deal, into him working for me, and he had been promoted to a site supervisor for me on an 8-story building, about 50,000 square feet. Not an enormous project, but he kept telling me, Richard, I found my home. You just let me stay here, and I'll run this building, and you'll never have to come here. I'll see that it's taken care of. And you know what? It was taken care of. It was taken care of. And so anyway, I then left that company and started my own company. And one Saturday afternoon, I'm kind of sitting having a soda with my wife at the kitchen table, and the doorbell rings. And there it is. There's Gene, the guy that I'd had working for me for my old company. And I said, well, come on in. I said, what's up? And he said, you got any jobs? Do I have any jobs? And I said, what's going on? Because what he, I guess, had found out is I was about to take the job that he was supervising, that he had supervised for me. I was about to take that away from my old company. And he said, you know what, after you left, they were determined to make me an area supervisor, and I told them I didn't want to do it. And I had nothing I just give me that building with my staff to do those 50,000 square feet, and I'll take care of it. So he said, you aren't by any chance getting ready to take that building away from them, are you? Well, I wasn't going to lie to him. I said, I'm working real hard on it, Gene. And he said, well, I want the job. I said, you got the job. And it was about a week or 2 later. But see, that company tried to put him into a position that he didn't want or wasn't capable of doing. He knew what he could do. They knew what he could do, but they tried to do something different. And the reason the prospect was talking to me is that he could see a level of quality that was deteriorating because they took this friend of mine or this employee of mine, and who also became a friend, out of that building. So everybody on your team has special skills to do certain things. You know, I was terrible at stripping and waxing a floor. I could do it, but it wasn't like some of the people that we had. I had some people that just were unbelievable, and they could embarrass me very quickly. My answer to them was, well, I did it for so many years now, I want to turn it over to you. How's that for a line? Anyway, when you look for greatness in everyone that we work with, it only leads to great things. Number 5, what is your opinion? Top-notch bosses don't let their ego get in the way. They seek advice from everyone, regardless of where they are on the totem pole, and that's so true. You know, asking people for their advice makes them feel part of the team. Number 6, how can I better support you? And an excellent way of reducing employee turnover is a preventative approach. Take the time to check in with your people, ask them what's on their plate, and what you can do to help them succeed. Leadership is about making others better as a result of your presence and making sure that impact takes over in your absence. That's interesting, because so many people get promoted to a position in a company and then they spend the rest of their life protecting that position rather than saying, you know, here's somebody that can do it as well as I do. I want to get on to the next level. So take advantage of that. Number 7, let me know if you have any questions. Many people have had at least one intimidating boss that they don't feel like they could go to for help. I can't recall having one of those. I really can't. Even though I had some terrible bosses, I could go to them for help. I really could. But you know, you need to have an open door policy. And the faster the questions are answered, the faster they get back to accomplishing what it is you want them to accomplish. And then number 8, and the last one of this group, is good work. Giving recognition is a lot cheaper than installing ping pong tables or nap pads, and much more effective. No matter how much employees are paid and how cushy their perks are, they want to know what someone cares about, that someone cares about them at their work. So let me review these again. Number 1, I have total confidence in you. Number 2, this is what I want us to accomplish. 3, what can we do better next time when we make a mistake? Number 4, I want to play to your strengths. Number 5, what's your opinion? 6, how can I better support you? Number 7, let me know if you have any questions. And number 8, that was good work. So think about which of those that you maybe need some help in, and maybe none of them. Maybe, I hope not all of them. But think about those 8, and you follow those rules, and you become an exceptional boss. Thanks for joining us today. See you next time.